means of working with the land are ecologically acceptable. There's no treating weeds with chemicals or fertilizers. So everything is quite simple. Like they used to do land here in old days, before the chemical companies and all. So most of people know how to do land like that and grow crops and vegetables, as you see. And we just started a couple of months ago.
Yeah, guys, get this. How old is this?
But okay, two and a half months maybe.
Months.
Yeah.
Months.
Yeah. So we are quite at the beginning. We just got fresh water a couple of weeks ago, and so the project is still in phase one. We are planning a whole bunch of things like tool sheds and some children playground and such, but we are struggling with funds and such, but we are on a good way, I think. In a couple of years it's going to be a real piece of paradise. Okay, so we can stroll in.
Can you tell us who gardens here?
Just a common people from the city. Most of them live in the buildings, apartments, so they don't have their own piece of land. But most of them did have a piece of land before they move into apartments, because most of people in Koprivnica lives in houses and they have a backyard and such, and they have means for a little garden. But we were surprised by the interest too, because every single available plot was taken in real short time, and now here are 46 of people working on gardens every day.
46 plots?
46 plots.
For now,
and in a couple of weeks we will open another plot about the same size, right in the end of that, when they harvest čečinu repicu, sugar beets.
No, what you said, the color.
Oh, the rapeseed, the canola.
Canola.
Yeah, rapeseed makes canola oil.
Yeah, rapeseed.
So yes, then we're gonna almost double the size of the whole project, and I hope there will be enough interest for everything to be fulfilled. Really.
Nice.
Yeah.
And each plot, what size is each plot? How many square meters?
50 square meters.
50 square meters. Oh, wow.
2 by 10. And it's I think common in all the community gardens in Croatia, are about 50-60 square meters, and it's supposed to be enough for the a little family of 4 maybe. I mean, it depends about your success as a gardener, but so will we wait for others, or will we go for the stroll?
How long is it going to take them to get here?
I think Paul thought we would just start without them.
Okay.
You can fill them in, yeah?
You can fill, that's right, you can fill them in.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
inviting us out to your urban garden.
I like to call it an urban farm.
Urban farm. This is the urban farm guy in Phoenix, and he'll tell you why. But we have a few questions we'd like to ask in a few minutes, and we'd love to just interact informally. But there are a few questions we'd like to ask you, and everybody wants to hear the answers. So we'll gather like this for just a little while, and then we can walk through the garden. Thank you for inviting us, and thank you for the work that you do. Greg, who is kindred spirit with all of you, has been telling us from the very beginning that people who farm in and around our urban areas, our cities and towns, are not just the hobbyists, but the backbone of an urban food system.
Backbone, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to turn it over to Greg, and he can tell you a little bit about his philosophy and that you live. Actually, we're trying to implement it, and you guys are living it. So
I don't need to tell you guys anything. So we started chatting a bit ago, and I've been interacting with Ivan on Facebook a little bit, and one of the things that I saw was curious. When I said urban farming, I got an email back from, or a text back from him on Facebook that said, well, we don't keep livestock. So I started, I've been thinking about that the past few days, and y'all kind of clarified that for me. For them, a farmer keeps livestock. For us, farmers are anybody that grow food. So that's the subtle distinction. And what I say is that anybody that grows food and shares it is a farmer. So y'all are farmers.
Which is a good word.
Yes.
If you share.
Yes. I have to tell you, I'm absolutely blown away. This is amazing that you've only been doing this for 2.5 months. This would take us 5 years in the States, because people aren't interested. There's not that passion. So good job to those of you that did this. Good job. Yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh, absolutely. I know we wanted to, so we're looking at putting together a report to help establish what is being called a sustainable food system. I like to use the word regenerative food system, one that kind of, that does this. And so I know we have some questions for you about that and about your interest in farming. So
where did you guys leave off with your little interview? Have a follow-up question?
We just asked how they got established.
If we would just get a little bit closer.
now we're not going to bite.
Most of the projects were some small-scale stuff like the workshops of creative.
Actually, they established themselves as a very active community
in different
group
kind of.
in different areas, but they also do humanitarian work. They do charities, they have creative workshops where they produce things and then they sell them for the benefit of needy, whatever they are. Sometimes they are families, sometimes they are people with difficulties. So this is what they have become quite well known for. Yeah?
Our acronym of Kopriva is like City Koprivnica, so Koprivnica's initiative of volunteers and activists. So it's in global. We do what we like, what we can.
What do you think the role is of your group in inspiring younger people to get into farming? And do you think that there are people who are working here who might take it up as a lifestyle?
I don't know.
They are also promoting.
healthy lifestyle. Nowadays, recycle, eat right and everything, because the essence of this sport is great health care. So this will be a little community of 50, 100 people. I mean, in the families, there are, I don't know, a few hundred people who are, eating right, get their hands dirty, I don't know, pretty basic stuff, but we are all trying to, I think, get back to our roots, because our grandmothers and they all had gardens, eating right. I don't know, didn't watch TV, but was out. So it's like right like that, getting back to the roots.
Are you concerned about the direction that food systems and food production is going these days towards larger farms, more chemical intensive, distant, sending products far distances? If you're concerned about that, do you feel that your work that you're doing here is a protest against that, an alternative to that, or are they not connected?
I don't know. Once I saw a picture like gardening I think it's a little difference for people who are involved. And of course, today's food system is like that. It's an industry. You don't know where it comes from, how old it is, how healthy it is, with what it is filled up and such. So it's always good to know. You plant it, you grow it, you eat it. It's gotta be good. Yes.
Do you feel like you give an opportunity to people who don't have their own land or their own farm but would like to grow food and have no place to grow it? Are you providing an opportunity for those people to have a garden by creating community space?
Yeah, of course.
And was that part of your plan from the beginning?
Yes.
How do you find people in the community who would like to garden but don't have land to do it?
Of course, that is the opportunity. How I said before, we just organize people to give them opportunity to have their own piece of land. And how we find them, it's like
They find you.
yeah, the project speaks for itself, and people were very interested in getting into it. So
do you give presentations to the community?
Yeah,
do you put flyers up?
we have some public announcements, working well with the media and such, and I don't know, it was so hard to get people, of course, on this first month. Second will start in midsummer, so maybe won't be filled up all this year, but I believe next year it will be just like this.
Then you'll need more land from the city?
The land is already here, just waiting for
More shovels.
yeah, something like that.
Who's your shy? I'm looking for the shyest person here. The person that would say the least. Who would that be? Great. Great. I want to know why you do this. Why are you doing this?
Development.
Because of hobby? Yes. But more than that, why?
I don't know.
You seem happy about it.
Yes.
Why does it make you happy? It's the rakia.
Rakia. It's like we are in our NGO. We are telling we are organization for proactive kind of people. You know, people who want to do something, make a change in something. So there are not much of us, but people who are, they are pretty strong about it and passionate. So,
That reminds me of a question that I've been wanting to ask, but I haven't yet. And maybe you'll be honest with me about this. When we interview people, some people are very cynical about the present and the future. They don't think that things are going to get very much better, and they don't see a good reason to get involved to try to make change because the problems are too big and they're not going away. Other people we talk to are excited about the changes that are coming, and they think things are going to get better. And I keep wondering what makes some people optimistic and other people pessimistic here in the Koprivnica area, not in general in human nature. But why are you optimistic? What makes you think that you can make a positive difference and improve the future of your community and your lives?
I don't know, I just think we are, okay, we have positive but realistic thinking. We are not thinking, oh, everything's gonna get great, Europe, Union is here and have little less appetite, you know, for stuff that is going around.
See that?
So that's just it. Don't like get comfortable with average or normal, or I mean when normal is terrible or something. So try to do anything.
What do you think you have accomplished in the 2 years you've been working for the good?
I don't know, it's just to get few people with the same thinking together and, you know, to organize, because 1-2 people can just sit around and maybe have ideas, but they are stronger, I mean, with each other, to help each other, to give positive reinforcements and get more enthusiasm to each other. They are still on start, like just like this project was started from Eria, but we are really enthusiastic about all the things we can do and stick together and work together and, you know, help each other.
What
Cool. Can we
sources
ask you
of
that same question?
Yeah.
Yeah, different eyes.
No,
Please. I will shut up.
well, basically he said everything, yeah. I am in this organization, in this group, because that means I agree with him, yeah, on the most part. So, yeah, I could repeat what he said, yeah.
Why do you do this?
I like doing it, I enjoy it, yeah, every part of it, yeah. This garden project, I'm not so much involved maybe, because I have a backyard and we grow our vegetables back home, so there's our group is divided into smaller groups, and the other group are more involved with the gardens, so kind of we divided ourselves, but when we need all our help we can get, then we pitch in and we help them.
Everyone is different, and everybody is more interested in something else. Not everybody is for gardening, not everybody is for something creative or something else, but that is our initiative.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
where do you go for support for your work? We sometimes have to have land, we have to get grants. Where can you turn to in this community for institutional and financial support for the work you do?
Of course, when we do local business, local projects and such, we turn to our city government, of course, which has different departments for every aspect of the city. I don't know, from development to building, conservation of nature and such. And we always but there are different types of institutions establishment that
because they have a certain background. Not to say that unfortunately a lot of our war veteran organizations think that just being a war veteran means that you have to get city subsidies. So when we said we will not give money for eating and drinking, they complain. Yeah. And of course we see NGOs being born and working and dying all the time. You need, as you know, you need to have a structure, you need to have a group of people who are willing to be volunteers a lot. Sometimes, you know, people get tired and they don't want to do it anymore. You need to write reports, you need to write very precisely what you invested your money in, and some people are just not ready for this kind of thinking. So we feel that we are supporting all NGOs as much as we can, and of course we are giving more support to the NGOs that we feel are benefiting larger part of our society, a larger part of our community. So for your project there was never a word of complaint, because we feel that you are doing a great job. Of course we cannot give you as much money as you would want, but then I believe that you understand that this is our position and we can't do more. So I believe that we have a good understanding. And of course you have a lot of courses, free education courses that you can attend in order to be more prepared to write better and more complicated projects. Some NGOs will take this opportunity, the others will not. But in the future, this is what will decide who gets the money, no matter who has the power in the city government. Yes? So I think you are ready for this kind of thinking.
We are just in the beginning and really don't have much resources, big projects and such. The whole cost of this project till now is about, I don't know, $1,000, maybe $200. you know, for water and sun. So
Apart from the land.
I think we can be honest, right? Because as you are young NGO, you can't get money for the first year, maybe. When you don't show something, you can. So we are used to do a lot with little money. That's not the most important thing.
Welcome to being in an NGO. You're doing a lot with a little bit of money.
That's it.
What would be the ideal future of your organization, both at like social community level and operationally? How much time you have and how many people are participating?
On this project, I think till next year we will be close to 100 single ones. But the main goal is to have like zero zero level of needs, so everybody will have everything that they need here. Enough hoses, water, enough tools, enough I don't know, some zajednički sadržaj. Playgrounds, I don't know, everything that could be useful, so that's the goal, to give everything and then just garden and relax, you know.
I think we have gone through the questions that we have for you. I'm a little curious as to why you were so enthusiastic about meeting with us.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to say from all of us, we are very honored to get you as guests. Of course, nevertheless, Greg is most interested guy for us, but we are very honored to get such an opportunity, you know, people over the ocean to come to our little city to take a look at our little project, you know. That's just our whole thing. So, welcome and thank you for coming. Hope we will see you again.
We're going to the farmer's market at 9:30. If anybody's there, we'll take a look.
For me it's a work day, but some
Have our community event Thursday afternoon, and you will all be invited. Feel yourselves invited. Feel invited to this. It will take place in Jagnjedovec because they are staying there, and we will give you something nice to eat. I don't know whether it will be that nice, but
You can bring a little something to contribute from your garden.
yes, and then you will hear some products of this research, some first ideas, and of course it will provide you with more opportunity to change your experience, to learn and to see where this project is going. Yes, I think it will be on Thursday afternoon, so that everybody can attend it. It's not
next week, right?
yes
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
We're calling it
Gosh,
the
it
future
is-
of food
Yeah.
in Koprivnica.
Yeah.
And so we want your brilliant ideas and your companionship.
And futuristic foods.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This
No plastic.
futuristic food right here.
Back to our roots, like you said, right?
So what shall we define the timing? Let's say 5 o'clock. Would that be okay?
Good. I think
So
that's
that, I think that it is enough. People usually work until 3. So by the time they get home and
You only work until 3?
yeah.
they start at 5 in the morning. No, just kidding.
7 to 3.
7 to 3.
7 to
Yes.
3.
So I think
Sounds like
5
teacher
o'clock
hours.
would be fine. Yes, it would not be too hot. Yeah, and the guys will have time to prepare whatever they will be serving you. I will not be there, so I will not take part in the work.
5 o'clock at Sunčano Selo.
Yes.
Come,
Okay.
come and celebrate with us.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you for your invite, and sure, we'll be there.
Excellent, excellent.
Okay.